51 years old, and we're going to discuss how his activities, sports, interests have changed over the years. Hi Jeff, how are you?
Good, hon. How are you?
Good. I'd like to ask you some questions about your activities and exercises throughout the years.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. So, when you were younger, what types of sports or activities did you enjoy?
As a kid growing up, we weren't really video game kids, but so we were outside riding bicycles, playing pickup football games, basketball games, kickball, just always active, all day and night. Be home before the sun goes down and when the street lights go on, type of thing.
When you were in high school, what types of sports did you participate in?
High school, before high school, I picked up skiing, I wrestled, and then moving into high school, I traded in wrestling for basketball. I ran cross country track and played baseball throughout all 4 years of high school. And I also started at the end of high school studying martial arts and taekwondo.
And then in your 20s, did your activities change?
They didn't change. They became less organized, but I still played active basketball in like CYO and pickup games at gyms. Started to work out with weights. Did a lot more strength training and and conditioning in my early to mid 20s.
Can you give me an example of a workout schedule?
Yeah, I mean we worked out 6 days a week, more times than not. It's me and a couple buddies. Go to the gym, do more strength conditioning. So we do push and pull exercises. So one day might be a back and biceps type of day. One day might be legs. Another would be chest, shoulders, and triceps. Throw in cardio a couple days a week. And we lived in the gym quite a bit.
Now, what types of sports or activities do you enjoy?
Don't do as many organized sports. I think I try to keep active with the kids, Jake and Zach, 13 and 16. Walk with the dog quite a bit. He keeps me outside in the yard. We'll run around a little bit. Go running with Zach, who does track as well. Play golf a lot with Jake. We'll shoot baskets together. When I have coach baseball, I'll usually run with the kids, or when I coach basketball, I'll get out there and play with them as well. So try to keep as active as I can. And at work at on the fifth floor. So between floors 5 and 9, where we have offices, I'll just try to take the stairs instead of the elevator and do a lot of walking.
When you play golf with Jake, do you ride in a cart?
When it's not 112 degrees like it was the other day, we do try to walk. So when we walked, usually 9 holes or even 18 holes, we'll put our bags in our back, which is about 30 pounds or so, 25, 30 pounds, and we'll walk.
And typically, about how many miles is a golf course?
Most courses are anywhere, maybe 3, I'm thinking 3 to 4, 3.5 to 5 miles, something like that, something in that range.
Over the years, have you suffered any injuries?
I didn't suffer any injuries from any true organized sports in high school or even martial arts. Actually, it's not true. Martial arts, I did break my nose once in martial arts. High school, no injuries, but in my 20s, sustained a hamstring injury, torn hamstring, playing in a men's softball league. I'm really not proud of that.
And have you noticed a difference in healing from when you were younger as opposed to when you were older?
Yeah, for sure. I think when I was younger, you're always running around banging and things, bouncing off of things. You recover. Kind of the whole concept, just rub dirt in it and just go. I would, sprain an ankle playing basketball, or maybe injure a knee skiing. But typically it would be a matter of a couple days, put a little ice on it, and get back at it. Today, it's if I do get laid up with a back injury or my hamstring acts up, it could be a couple days before I have to kind of just slowly get back into that. But that's because of lack of training, lack of conditioning the way I was, and then also lack of time to properly stretch and take the time to warm up the way that I need to.
Have the injuries affected your participation?
Not so much. I mean, my back's been pretty solid, knock on wood. But when my back does hurt, obviously playing golf is not something that you can do with a sore back. But it hasn't been. I haven't been. I've been lucky in that regard, where injuries haven't affected me too much.
What about work? Does your schedule impede your exercise at all?
It does. I mean, I work in digital marketing and in client success, so entertaining clients, meeting and presenting to clients, traveling, being on the road a lot, does take you away from a daily routine and schedule. So not having that continuity, whether I'm working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, taking a train or a bus to work an hour and a half each way, is 3 hours added to my day. And just again, being on the road with clients and entertaining and doing dinners and having drinks and such definitely impacts your ability to work out.
What motivates you the most to exercise?
That's been the biggest challenge, is the motivation. To be honest, I think back in the day you were motivated because you were being competitive and wanted to drive and be a better baseball player, a better basketball player, just get in better shape. I think the motivating factor has been something that's been lacking, but I'd say, just staying healthy and trying to, like I said, keep rocking the dad bod and make it not so embarrassing to be out in a pool is motivation enough. But just keeping the boys active as well is important. So, yeah.
So between the kids and your health, you think that's the biggest motivating factor?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Cool. Thanks.
Well, we just heard from Jeff and how life gets in the way. Between responsibilities and injuries, he wasn't able to do his routine that he really wanted to. Hopefully, between his two children, they'll be able to keep him active and busy. Thank you, Jeff, for cooperating and for giving us your insight over what the last couple of years have been like for you, and I appreciate all your help. Hopefully you will live a long, happy, healthy life.